What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? How's everybody doing today? Welcome to the Asian My Show. All right. Most of you probably will jump on the replay, which is cool because I want you guys to be relaxing, not having to stress about life. I want you guys to be just chilling, really. Hopefully everything's good at home, good on the road. Was good, see Pat Machine. As Sanchez, hello from Lodi. Lodi, that's my town, man. I went to school out in Tracy, right? Tracy, California. So Lodi is like, boom, it's right there. You know what I mean? What's good? What's good, Daniel? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? What's up? I'm telling you, man, that's cool. Fresno, California in the house, man. That's cool. I was out there in near Clovis. You know where Clovis is? That's the hood. Clovis is the hood. I was right over there in Fresno. I have my uncle that got me into trucking. He's where is it? Herndon, right? He lives out there. So that's on the edge of Fresno for people that don't know. Now, over in Fresno, they actually they like knocked down that whole area because they're putting a train through there. I usually park my truck over there at the Chevron, or I park my truck at that Indian truck stop. Now, that Indian truck stop, if you're in Fresno, I'm telling you real quick, you had to pay for parking. Because if you didn't pay for parking that day, man, they would tow your truck. Hecka quick. They would tow your truck so dang quick. Man. And here's the thing, okay, real quick, before we jump into the video. When you're getting towed, right? When you park your truck somewhere you're not supposed to, because supposedly everybody loves truck drivers, but yet every time we try to park somewhere, there's nowhere to freaking park. I'm not angry about anything. I'm just saying. They disconnected. I parked at a Home Depot one time. They disconnected my tractor from my trailer, and then they took my tractor, and then that was one tow fee, and then they freaking towed my trailer. They towed me for two, man. That shit was crazy. It was messed up. But what's going on, adorable? Bernard, how we doing? How we doing? Why has it got to be an Indian truck stop? Because the dude that owned it was an Indian dude. You walk in there with the damn Indian head just full of feathers. No. Not that kind of Indian, like the other kind of Indian, like Asian Indian. Have you ever been in a crash? Nope, I have not been in a crash yet. But the thing is, if I'm going to keep on trucking, I'll probably get into one. So let's talk about the myth about trucking so that people can watch this on the replay. The people that are watching now, you guys are probably truck drivers. So since you guys are already truck drivers, you guys already probably know the myths. Let's talk about one of the myths first. Let's talk about some myths. All right. When I told people, now you people watching right now, when I told people I wanted to be a truck driver, they're like, why the heck would you want to be a truck driver? Truck drivers aren't important, man. And all I gotta say is, I don't know if they made a movie about it yet, but that is definitely a myth, because truck drivers are everything to this economy. You guys out there know that already, right? I mean, they say without truck drivers, within like 24 hours, hospitals would be like shut down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there wouldn't be any clean water to drink after like 4 weeks. So all I have to say is, if someone out there that wants to get in trucking thinks that truck drivers are not important, I'm here to tell you that we are, because everybody out there would be dead right now without truck drivers. It'd be like The Walking Dead. Over the Top. I love that movie. That's what I thought about trucking. Just like straight up arm wrestling, right? Now, another myth, which I would say this is a myth. You guys let me know what you think. That truck drivers are all serial killers. What are your guys' thoughts on that myth? Because I'm sure there are like some truck drivers that kill people, that are serial killers, but for the most part, most of them are working. So for people that want to be truck drivers, I would tell you, don't worry about every truck driver killing people, because I've been trucking for a while. What's going on, Stephanie? I've been trucking for a while, and I didn't kill nobody. I'm not a serial killer. Are any of you guys watching this right now serial killers? Because that actually might break my myth, and that might be a myth buster. So, for people that want to be truck drivers, the myth: every dang truck driver kills people, and some sort of serial killer that like puts people's faces on their face. That's not true. I'm letting you know that right now. You're gonna be okay. All right. This myth that they think about truck drivers, I think it can be true, maybe possibly true, is that truck drivers are dirty and they don't take showers. Okay? Now, I have to tell you this. Truck drivers are not dirty. We take showers all the time. I take a shower like once every 4 days. Once every 3 days. Probably once every 3 days. And then I'll use like one pair of underwear for like 4 days. What up? You put on the underwear. That's 1 day. You flip the underwear. Or you turn the underwear around. That's 2 days. And then you turn that underwear inside out. That's 3 days. And then you flip it around again. That's 4 days. And then you go commando. That's 5 days. So I go like 5 days with one pair of underwear. So I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts about that? Do you believe that, from your guys' experience, do you believe that truck drivers are dirty, that they don't take showers? There are some, probably, but for the most part, I mean, there are truck stops, and because of all the rules and regulations, we got to stop so many dang times a day now. It's like there's a shower in every stop. So I would say, for people that want to be truck drivers, don't worry. You're going to be able to take a shower every day if you want to. If you don't want to, that's just because your ass is just dirty. That's the truth. All right. Let's see. Oh, and for this is a myth. I hear this a lot, and they say that only, I don't know why, it's 2018, but only men can be truck drivers. And that is definitely a myth, because men are not the only ones that can be truck drivers. There are freaking dope ass women that are truck drivers, and they're better truckers than me. They could back it in way better than me, and they could freaking tarp stuff. There's even some movers that do what I do that are women, and they are badass. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a woman out there, a lady, thinking about truck driving, don't let anyone scare you. The myth about women not being able to truck drive is just stupid. I'm telling you right now, everyone could do it. I see it on the road. Now, as far as being a woman and not being harassed by men at truck stops, that might be something different. You know what I'm saying? Don't be wearing the yoga pants and all that going into the truck stop. That's all I gotta say, because the chances of there being perverted truckers out there, that just might not be safe. And men out there, you guys with really nice figures, don't wear yoga pants either, because other guys are gonna be looking at that too. Because from the story that I'm letting you know right now, I found out that there are a lot of gay truck drivers, and I'm cool with that. I'm just saying that, out there, they don't let you know right away. I've been invited into a man's truck like 5 times already. Okay, first time, hey man, you want to go in my truck and hang out? I was like, yes. Second time, you want to go in my truck? I got some good food and dessert. I fell for that. Okay. Third time, hey man, you want to go in my truck? I got a PlayStation 4. I was like, man, I would love to play some Call of Duty right now. And he was like, I'm sure you would like to play some Call of Duty right now. And then fourth time, I learned my lesson, and I only stayed in the truck with another guy for a couple of minutes, and that was it. And then the fifth time, I actually invited a guy into my truck, and he said no. So, I'm letting you know right now, there's some situations out there. But yes, women can be truck drivers too, man. Better than me all day, every day. Okay, so another one is a lot of people believe that truck drivers don't make a lot of money and that they're poor and that they're broke. And there's probably a lot of people out there right now that will tell you that, oh, you want to be a truck driver? When I first wanted to be a truck driver, they're like, Alex, you want to be a truck driver? Are you serious? Why? Why? Why do you want to be a truck driver? I said, I want to be a truck driver because I want to make that Gouda cheese. And they're like, dude, truck drivers don't make no money. And I'm telling you, there's money out there to be made. Does everybody make that money? That's another myth in itself. But for people that want to be truck drivers right now, if you're thinking that truck drivers don't make money, there's a reason that we're out here doing it, you know? Of course, the more that you're willing to sacrifice, the more money you will make. It just depends on you how much you are willing to sacrifice. I'm not telling people to do anything. I'm just saying that that myth that truckers are broke, that is not true. Okay? All right. Next one. Let's see. Oh, this is a good one right here. Now, I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much. Now, this myth is one I wish I would have seen a video about. Oh, why do you want to become a truck driver? Why do you want to become a truck driver? Why do you want to become a truck driver? I want to become a truck driver so that I can see the country. You know, this is a myth in its own, and I'm telling you right now, this is a myth. I get my friends all the time. Hey, where you at right now? Oh, I'm in New York. Right away. How's Manhattan, man? Tell me how. Shoot, I ain't nowhere near Manhattan. I ain't trying to go to Manhattan with my truck. You know? Oh, where you at right now? Oh, you're in Florida? You're in Miami? I mean, I live in Florida now, right? But what? You're in Miami? You're doing it? You're in Orlando? You must be at Disney World. I'm at the truck stop. That's where I'm at. So the myth about people thinking that you're going to do a lot of sightseeing, you ain't going to do no sightseeing. When people say, how's New York? You're going to be like, that truck stop is cool. When they're like, how's San Francisco? You'd be like, hell no, I don't know how San Francisco is. But that truck stop is cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm a truck driver, broke as a joke. Can I borrow a few bucks? Step into my... you know? But it's just one of those things I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you. If you think that you're going to get into trucking so that you can sightsee, no, you're not the Asian My Show. You can't do that. You know, no, I'm just kidding. The realization of it is you're not going to be able to see as much as you want to because you're going to be on the go. When you're on the go trying to make that money, you ain't got time. Now, if you have a 34-hour reset, I always tell you, go and enjoy. But for the most part, the only sightseeing you're going to see is a dang truck stop. Okay. Let's see what's another myth. Oh, this is one I hear a lot. People say, oh, you're a truck driver? You must not have a boss. Oh my God. If you guys want to get into trucking, I'll be the first to tell you, all these people on here that are truck drivers can attest to this as well. You have a boss, and your boss is your customer, your shipper. The damn DOT is your boss. You know, your dang ELD log is your boss. Your dispatcher is your boss. The broker's your boss. Man, I never had so many dang bosses in my life until I became a truck driver. So if you think that you're going to go on the road so that you can make some money and you think that you're going to freaking have no boss, the truth of the matter is, and I'm beating this truth in his face right now, you will have more bosses than anyone else in this world. So, truck drivers, at the end of this, we have a boss. And no, we're just not out there freewheeling, enjoying the road. You know what I mean? My wife is my boss. Oklahoma, shout out to you. Dead or alive, shout out to you. You know what? That's everybody's boss. As much as I stay in my truck, when I'm in my truck, when I'm at home, I still don't want to be on the couch. You know what I'm saying? So definitely the wife is the boss. So that's the truth. All right. What's another myth we could talk about? Okay. This one right here. This one is the one that makes me super sad, people. Very sad. I'm not upset with you guys watching this right now, but I'm upset with just where the community is, okay? I've gone with my uncles since I was just a little Asian kid. You know what I'm saying? I've gone with them on the road. And back then, there was a brotherhood. So people that are getting into trucking now, they're thinking, oh man, there's going to be a brotherhood. It's kind of like when you drive, you know, when you ride motorcycles. I don't know if any of you guys ride motorcycles out there. But when you're on a cruiser or a Harley or something, I don't know why I'm going like this. But when you're on a Harley or something, you see another Harley, you're like, Harley, ha. No, you probably don't do it like that. But, you know, you put out the finger, or, you know, the peace sign, or you go down low and, you know, you give them the peace or whatever, right? That's the brotherhood in motorcycles. If you think there's a brotherhood in trucking, the days have changed. I'm sorry. I could tell you about a story right now. I work for North American Van Lines. Another North American truck was on the side of the road. He was broken down. What did I do? I got behind him. I parked. I got out of my tractor. I went up to his door, knocked on it, you know. Excuse me, driver, you need any help? Shut up, puppy. Excuse me, driver, you need any help? Next thing you know, he rolls down his window, right? I guess he has the old Freightliner, by the way I'm doing this. He rolls down his window and he's like, I don't need any help, man. Get the hell away from my truck. You know, the days have changed. There's not a brotherhood like it used to be. It used to be a brotherhood. People used to love being on the road. I ran going with my uncle back in the past. People would park behind at the end of the park, or the truck parking at the Petros, and they would barbecue, you know what I'm saying? All the movers would barbecue. Everyone would like help each other out. You know what I'm saying? These days, it's not like that. So if you think you're going trucking and there's going to be a brotherhood, it's not. Any guy that's going to invite you into his truck, he's going to want something. You know what I mean? And like I said, I found out for myself what they want. And it depends on if you want it or not, but I'm just letting you know the brotherhood has kind of died these days as a trucker. All right. Myth. Okay. I need to see if you guys believe in this one or not. Let me put this a little closer here. I know, right? They want the Asian booty, I know. I don't know what it is, but I kind of got a girl walk, you know what I'm saying? When I'm walking to that truck stop, I'm kind of like, I'm sliding, you know what I'm saying? I kind of shake my booty when I walk. I'm going to deny it. You know what? At the end of the day, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just one of those people that, you know, just thirst for attention. So when a guy's looking at my booty like, that Asian noodle booty looks delicious, I'm just like, you can't have this. You can't have this. I know you want this, but you can't have this. I don't know what's wrong with me. I mean, to be honest, if I wasn't with Jenna, you guys would all think I was bakla. You know what I'm saying? Young Poppy, I'm a virgin. Man, that just makes me want it more. Nah. All right, let's see. Now, let's see if you guys can attest to this or not, okay? This is one myth that people talk about. And they say that OTR, over the road, makes more money than local drivers. Do you guys believe that to be true? Do you guys believe that you have to be over the road to make a whole bunch of money? That local driving makes less? What are your guys' thoughts? I really want to know. Because that's one myth I heard a lot about, but I've only been an over-the-road driver. So I don't know if local money is as good as OTR. But that's one myth that I hear, and I would like someone to let me know. You know, my thoughts is you have to be over the road because you gotta get in the miles. You know what I mean? You're traveling where people don't want to go. That's why you're getting more money. You know, fuel surcharges, those things. So if anyone out there can answer that one for me, is that a myth that OTR makes more money than local drivers? Let me know. Oh, if you guys want to reach me, hopefully you guys have a Facebook. Jump on Greenhorn Truckers Group Facebook group, or Greenhorn Truckers on Facebook. Like, look on the group section and find that. All right. So, someone answer that for me if possible. Okay. I believe this is a myth. Local union makes more money. OTR for me pays way more, but I'm a trainer. By the way, I was. What were you, Stephanie? I didn't read that. I apologize. Start the brotherhood again. I heard that. Tell me what you're talking about. Tell me what you're talking about, Stephanie. Okay. So, one myth here. That truck drivers cheat on their partners. You know, I'm going to be the first to say that I believe this is a myth and it's not true. Okay? Let's see. Never able to find the Greenhorn Truckers. Oh, Greenhorn Truckers group. So you just type in like green and then horn and then truckers. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Greenhorn Truckers. 3 words spaced out on Facebook, and you should be able to find it. And it has I think like a little sheep or something with some horns on it. So it's like a greenhorn. But what are your guys' thoughts about the myth? Truck drivers cheat on their partners. What are your thoughts about that? So for people that are watching this right now, that are getting into trucking, that are scared, the number one reason I think that you're scared about getting into trucking is that your wife or your husband is going to cheat on you and mess with you. First thing, nobody going to want your husband, man. I'm telling you that right now. Nobody's going to want his ass. Nah, I'm just playing. But I'm not messing up what I got at home for the lot lizards I've seen out here. Trading steak for beef jerky. I heard that, man. That's the truth, right? But for all the new truck drivers getting into trucking, don't be afraid about cheating. If you worried about cheating, you got trust issues in your relationship already. You know what I'm saying? Because like people say, you know, men and women out there, your significant other can cheat on you and get home on time. You know that, right? They can cheat on you and get home on time. A quickie takes about 20 seconds. I'm not saying that that's my personal life. I'm just saying that a quickie can take 20 seconds for some people. I read that somewhere. But overall, don't worry. You guys are new at trucking. That all truck drivers are cheaters. You women out there, you men out there, do not worry about that because it's not true. Because your man or woman could be cheating on you right now at home. 6 seconds for me, and that's not a quickie. Woo, baby. That's what I like to hear. Man, I mean, you got that good. I like that. Okay. This is the last myth that I was thinking about when I was getting in trucking. And I lived in California. Let's see. What are you saying here? Anto, wanting to get my CDL, but I have a 9-year-old possibly thinking local dedicated. We will talk about that in 1 second. So myth that racism is 2018. Racism does not happen. I'm here to tell you, being from California, I really thought getting in trucking that there was no racism or anything like that. And man, when I went to certain parts of Kentucky, Tennessee, I went into that little truck stop. Everybody looking at me. Boom. They're like, what is this guy doing in here? Then the next thing I hear is some dude comes up to me and goes, hey boy. I was like, oh man, I'm going to die. I'm about to die today. I don't want to die. He goes, hey, boy, what kind of Chinese are you? And I was like, oh, shit, I'm going to die. I said, sir, I'm a Vietnamese Chinese, sir. He was like, okay, all right. Get along now, get along. And I was like, dang. And I remember one time I was in some part. I think it was Kentucky. Not that there aren't good people in Kentucky, but some guy cut my brake lines, you know, my air hoses, and I almost died. I lost control of my truck, and the truck didn't flip, but you know, I got into a minor accident, and you know, they cut my brakes. You know what I mean? So I'm here to tell you, and I don't want to scare you, but racism is alive. It happens to everybody. You know, I'm not talking about, you know, whites against the world. I'm not talking about blacks against the world. I'm just talking about, you just got to be careful out there, because, you know, just like when you go into a new town, you got to just protect yourself and just know that this isn't your home. You know what I'm saying? So, couple tips real quick. I know truck drivers out there like to talk about how much money they make. They like to brag around the water hole at the truck stop about them taking a 34-hour break, and then they're going to go on vacation for that time period or something like that. I'm letting you know right now, do not do that. Don't just be going around to strangers telling people you make a whole bunch of money. That's how you get robbed. Secondly, if you're taking a 34-hour reset and you're parking at the Petro or something, just say you're at the Ontario in California and you're at the Petro, don't tell people that you're going to park your truck there for 3 days. Sometimes talking too much is talking too much. The chance of you getting robbed, something happening to your truck, you know, that's why I don't want to say the brotherhood isn't here anymore, but don't think that everyone's just friendly and you're just giving people great advice and that's it. The truth is bad things happen to good people all the time. So don't do that. Now, I saw a question earlier, and Miss Anto said, wanting to get my CDL, but I have a 9-year-old, possibly thinking local dedicated. If you're watching YouTube to become a truck driver because you want to become a truck driver, that's a great thing. But remember, there's a reason why YouTubers, truck YouTubers or what have you, even myself, we give bad advice all the time. Because what we do at times, and I'm at fault for this too, is we give general advice. You know what I'm saying? We always say that over the road makes more money. Over the road makes more money. You gotta sacrifice. You gotta sacrifice. But guess what? I honestly don't have any kids. You know what I'm saying? So me giving this advice is not. It doesn't work for someone that has a family. You know. So trucking, I'm degreed up, guys. Believe it or not, I ain't smart. I'm super smart. I got a heck of degrees. I got degrees in business, management, accounting. You know, I graduated college. All this, you know. People are like, what? But yes, I actually studied pretty hard, went to college, and probably could get a local job doing something. But I'll be here to tell you right now, getting that CDL is the most important thing I've ever had. Bar none. If you go on Craigslist right now with the CDL, you can get a job. You can look up trucking jobs on Craigslist. It might not be a great job, but you can look up jobs and get a decent job just off of Craigslist. People that have degrees, doctorate degrees, they're accountants, they're lawyers, you know, they're police officers, you know, they're engineers, whatever, astronauts. They can't just go find a job that day. You know what I'm saying? So, even if going over the road isn't right for you, I would honestly say get your CDL, do the local game. You might find some good money in it. When I was managing a Walgreens, right, there was a trucker that would deliver our food, and the trucking company is called McLean's. They deliver frozen food and goods to grocery stores, 7-Elevens, Walgreens, CVS, Publix, you name it, Safeways. I've seen his checks. Back then, he was making $70,000 a year, $80,000 a year. He was a good friend of mine. You know, I don't live there anymore, but these guys that work for these local jobs do make money too. So when you say, I have a 9-year-old and I want to get my CDL, but I might have to do a local job, that's just what works perfect for you. You know what I'm saying? There's no perfect job out there for anybody. I know it seems like I never go to work, and it seems like, you know, I'm just always on YouTube, and I kind of am, because as a mover, my season's the summertime. I work like 6-7 months, and then I take the rest of the months off. That's what I do. All right. So, but here's the thing. I got to move all this furniture all the time. That's why I'm getting all these muscles, you know what I'm saying? I got all these muscles right now because I'm a mover, but moving life isn't right for everybody either, you know? So, watch trucker YouTubers and all that for some entertainment. Laugh a little bit. Maybe get some info. But just make sure you gear all of the advice they're giving actually towards what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you right now, the biggest YouTube channels out there, they're company drivers. They're company drivers. They're not making a gang of money. They're not, you know what I'm saying? But they want to give information out. I'm not saying listen or not listen to these people. I'm just saying that a lot of people will give you information about stuff they don't know nothing about. That's the truth. You know, so good luck to everybody on here, definitely. No problem. Most of the local pay way more than regular paying jobs. That's what I'm talking about. And here's the biggest thing, people out there. This is the biggest thing. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Compare yourself to yourself. If you were in a job that was making, you know, $30,000 a year, and now you have a trucking job making you $40,000 a year, you're making $10,000 more a year, you know, annually. So it works for you. You know what I'm saying? I want everyone on here to level up as much as possible, but it can take steps. Everybody's on different steps. You know what I'm saying? But if you're thinking about getting trucking and you're worried about, you know, your partner cheating on you, you're worried that there's no money in it, you know, you're worried that everyone on the road is serial killers, you're worried that everyone on the road is a felon, you're worried that the trucking's going away because of, you know, automation. I'm telling you, trucking's going to be here to stay for a while. And if someone's asking me, is 2018 a good time to get into trucking? All I have to say is, if you wait until 2019, you're going to be at zero. You could have had 1 year of experience. You know what I'm saying? If you start today, you'll have experience, more experience today than you did yesterday. It's just the truth, right? And that's all it is. You guys could do it. I know you guys could do it. I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much. They said, thanks for all the info and comedy in your vids. Hope you keep it up, bro. I appreciate that very much. So overall, does anyone have any questions for me? I could jump off. I can stay on for a little bit. You guys are probably thinking, this guy's on crack. He talks like he's crazy. And he probably drinks energy drinks. I am drinking a little bit of energy drink. But that, you know, there's no crack in here, okay? I'm just letting that be known right now. But if you guys have any questions, let me know. You know, shout out to everyone on here. I really appreciate you all. You know, I'm just very blessed to have such a cool community that we could talk to each other. And that's it. Hopefully some of these videos make you laugh. If they don't, I apologize. I'll try to be more funny next time. I am in Phoenix, Arizona. There's a Warner Schneider. Will it be hard getting the CDL started studying? Info seems extensive, but I can do it. I have nothing to lose. I have a bachelor's degree in science. I'll tell you this right now. Everything is hard until you do it. That's the truth. That's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Getting your bachelor degree was probably one of the hardest things you've ever done. And I'm letting you know that this is a walk in the park. Go ahead and download like CDL practice on your Android or iOS. It's called CDL practice. It'll give you all the answers that you need for your written portion. And then go out there, find a school to go to. You'll be good to go. That's it. You know, you guys have this in the pocket. Haven't been able to get employment with the degree, so I'm going for it. That's what I'm talking about. But never think that your degree didn't do anything for you. You know what I'm saying? It does, because a lot of times people feel like they waste their time by getting education, but you can't ever say that you wasted your time. And I'm sure you made a lot of friendships and relationships when you were at college. I'm sure of it, because some of my best relationships were from college. You know what I'm saying? So never think that you went a bad road because you didn't. Because people think all the time, oh, you got a degree in business and mathematics, all this stuff, and then you become a truck driver. So what? At least I'm going to die knowing what I want to do. And I challenge everyone on here that before they die, they found out who they were, and they did a couple cool things, man. They did what they wanted to do. That's it. You know, I say this a lot, but it doesn't matter if you're religious or not. At one point, we're all going to be 6 feet under. That's it, guys. I'm not trying to be morbid, but it's the truth. If you're 70 years old now, or you're 80 years old now, and you were to ask yourself, you're able to ask yourself, someone were to ask you, hey, would you have changed anything? And if your answer is yes, I would have done it differently, then you're living life, wrong. You know what I'm saying? I understand that we all need to make money to provide. I understand that. But when I die, I'm cool, man. I'm going to do everything that I want to do on the first shot. Is trucking always going to be something that's a part of me? I believe so. Even if I don't truck drive, I'm going to hold on to that CDL. But I think we're always growing. We're always evolving. You know what I mean? As people. Right? I guarantee you right now, we all feel the same way. You know, that, money's not easy to come by. Give me 1 second. Yeah.
Come give me a hand.
Yeah, I will. Let me finish this up. At the end, that money's not easy to come by. We all feel that if we didn't have bad luck, we'd have no luck. And why is it our friend that's always super rich and we're always the one that's always trying to find a way to make it? I think we all feel that way. And we're always looking for answers. But you have to believe in yourself, because at the end of the day, that's the one person that's going to have your back. I'm not telling you that you're not going to have others and you're not going to need a team, because teamwork does make the dream work. But if you can't rely on yourself to make it happen, and you're just waiting for the golden ticket, you might be waiting a while. So do what you need to do. Get all the credentials you need to get all the knowledge that you can. Become the better you every day. That's it. So, I wish everybody a happy Saturday. Is it Saturday? I grind so hard I forget what days it is. But I wish you guys a beautiful weekend. Peace out. I love you guys. Hit me up on Greenhorn Truckers on Facebook. Catch you later. Peace out. Love you guys. And, let me know what you think. What kind of videos I should make. I want to make videos that you guys like. Last question between Warner and Schneider. What I would actually do is I've heard good things about Schneider and I've heard good things about Warner. The things to really look at is how it's going to help you with your local game. So you have to actually do a little research. Try to talk to some truck drivers that work for Warner or Schneider, not the recruiter. Talk to the actual truck drivers. Just head over to their warehouse, talk to some of the truck drivers that are backing in and say, hey, how are they treating you? I'm thinking about working here. If 20 people, 20 out of 20 say run like hell, but do a little research. You never know. But I would say that's the best advice. Look up the Warner, look up the Schneider, and go to their warehouse and actually talk to the truck drivers. There are some people in here that, and I was just going to ask that, Daniel, have any of you worked for Warner or Schneider? And what advice would you help and give her? Because I started out as a mover and I've always been a mover. That's the truth. So I don't want to give you bad advice. So hopefully someone can help her out with that. But overall, what I would say is yes, go to these warehouses and ask a couple of these truck drivers that work for them. You'll find out real quick. You know what I'm saying? But peace out, people. Love you guys. Bye.